The tragedy of Sonya Massey is just something that was horrific. And anybody who saw that video, it just make you shake your head. But one sister is going to bring up a point, and some people may not like the point, but the truth is the truth. Let's go ahead and roll that.
I'm going to say this real quick, and people ain't got to agree with me. People can sit on the internet and try to drag me. I do not care, but I'm going to die on a hill on this one. So guess what? Rest in peace to that woman. But I'm going to tell you something. There's another video circulating right now of a black woman and her son being harassed inside of a movie theater by one of them. Okay? And to the point where that lady got physical with that black woman. And hear me when I say this. Hear me when I say this. Whether I don't know if that woman got a man or not. But with everything that's going on right now, I'm really starting to realize the value of having a man in the house. I'm really starting to realize that. I'm really starting to realize the value of what it is to have a man for protection. Because mind you, I've been on that whole masculine, I could do it all by myself, I could do it all on my own, blah, blah, blah. But really we cannot. And I'm going to tell you something, and people do not have to agree with me. But if you really take time and look from a different perspective, if there was a man in that home with that Massey that got just recently gone away. If there was a man in the home, I promise you that man would have never let those police officers come into her home. He would have talked with them on the front porch. So in my personal opinion, I believe they understood that she was a single black woman by herself, and they took advantage of that. And they entered into her home. And she was vulnerable. She was scared to the point where you saw her get up and go into her kitchen because that was the only place where she felt safe. But in my opinion, if there was a man in that house, a man would have never let two men with firearms come into their home.
The truth is, she's 100% correct. If a man was in that household, he wouldn't have allowed the police inside that house. Number two, if a man was in the house, she wouldn't have had to call the police because she could have asked her man and say, hey, can you check out what that is or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Black men know you don't let no police in your house. No, you don't let them cross the plane in your house or anything. If they need to get in your house, they need to have a search warrant. It's just that simple. You talk to them outside the home. You don't let them in your home, because when you let them in your home, you basically gave them right to do whatever they want to do inside that home when you let them in. If they need to do a police report, you go do the police report outside the home, not inside the home, because they can look around and look for something and then try to put you in jail on. Well, you'd have never let them inside your home, that would have never happened. Think about it. If Sonya Massey would have had a man at the household and never had to call police, I believe Sonya Massey would be alive right now, to be honest with you. You may say, well, with Phil, what they got to do anything? A whole lot, because women need to have men in their lives that's, building families with them. And also part of men is protection as well. It's protection. And especially a lot of people on this Democrat Party, they're anti-traditional family. They're anti-men. They're all of that. But then now that same party want black men in particular, like myself, to come out and vote for them. When they've been pushing so much anti-traditional family, misandry, and all of that. And a lot of sisters, in the community is starting to realize, hey, wait a minute, hold on. Our grandmothers had it right. Our grandfathers wasn't perfect, not by a long shot, but grandpa stayed with grandma 45, 50 years, married. If grandma had a problem, she called grandpa for it. She didn't go out there and call no police. You understand what I'm saying? All the men in the family. Because black folks knew. I was raised that way. You don't bring, this is what I always told about the police. And I'm gonna repeat the words they say. You can't bring them white folks to this house. They said, because the moment you bring them here, you lost control. Because when they come here with a privilege and authority, and they can do what they want to do at your house. So the best thing you could do is solve it yourself. If you got to bring them here, it better be the last resort. Like, you can't do it yourself. You can't stop something yourself. If the family can't stop something themselves, but don't bring them people here. I was always told that. Keep them people out of our business, because they cause so many problems. And it's like a lot of black folks today, it's like you wasn't raised like I was on that. And so you thinking like the folks, you can call them and they're going to come protect you. No, these people not here to protect, not black people. So that's sister right. If you know, stop listening to these little women sometime, and these women who don't have a man encouraging you not to have one. You better. If you have an opportunity, if you know it, because a lot of times women meet good men all the time. They just listen sometimes they love friends. Ain't no man gonna be perfect, none. But is he a good man? Is he have a good character? You know, is he loving? You know, does he work and take care of himself, take care of bills, gainfully employed? Does he have any of that? You understand what I'm saying? Does he? And you have to understand that you're not gonna get a human being to be perfect in the way you want him anyway. Whether you're looking for a woman or a man, nobody's perfect. But it's the core about them good. That's what we got to focus on. You got to get back to building families again. You know, make the traditional family great again. Because all this alternative stuff y'all doing, it's not working. It's not working. It's not. Because especially even the Bible teach when in tough times, single and pregnant women, woe to them. Because they have no protection. That's why. They have no protection. Now, if a pregnant woman's with her husband, that's different. But if she's a single woman, no kids, or pregnant, or have kids by herself with nobody, she's in trouble. Look at during the pandemic, when they cut off all the jobs that most women do. Who was working? Men. Because a lot of men's jobs are essential jobs. So women were scrambling. Especially, but the women that had men, they was cool. All the women that was kind of being, uppity with men and didn't want to talk, but now all of a sudden they was jumping in men's DMs, talking about, hey, how you doing, brother? Now since you can't get in that, now you want to holler at the good blue collar brother. You know what I'm saying? So the sister's right. Make the traditional family great again. That's what we have to focus on in the black community. Stop listening to them Democrats with all this getting rid of your children, being anti-traditional family. No. Because these Democrats that you're listening to, look at the majority of them that's talking to you. They have traditional families, but they promoting you not to have one.